Hello everyone, welcome back to another weekly reading vlog. Today is Monday. I know, shocking. And it's officially my first week back at college. That's basically all I've done today. So I'm not sure how exactly the whole vlogging thing is going to work. Or even the whole filming for it. Because the house is just full the whole time. Yeah, so I haven't done any reading just yet, but I think I'm gonna go and have a shower and then I will probably do it, or I'll do it like later tonight. You know, just have to get back into the whole routine of it and everything like that. But I don't think I have anything interesting to say really. So yeah, that's all for now. This is an attractive angle. Hello, how are you? I'm getting closer and closer to the ending of Ship of Magic. I'm not enjoying this as much as I enjoyed the Percy trilogy, but I still like it, just not as much. So yeah, I'm not sure if it'll be a 3 or a 4. Like, it's so hard to say because I don't know. There are boats, there's some pirates, there's sailing. Honestly, and a lot of the characters, like, their decisions are so bad. Like, I don't think they're supposed to be extremely likable, but I'm just like, no. So, obviously, it's the 29th today. Well, not obviously. Did I even say that it was Tuesday? But it's the 29th today, so I have to finish it tomorrow, which I think I should be able to do. So, yeah. And then I have also made the decision to participate in the Percy Jackson Readathon. I'll link them all down below. But yeah, I've just kind of impromptu decided I want to do that. Yeah, so I think I will replace my book club pick. I think I'll change The Shadows by Alex North, which I might still read if I have the time, but I think I'll change that to Percy Jackson. And they're my rules, so I'm allowed to do that. It is Wednesday, and I already slept past the time I was supposed to wake up, and I'm only 3 days into college. It wasn't a live lecture, so it was okay, but like, still. And then it's also the end of the month, which I like to finish all of the books that I'm reading in a month before the end of the month. So I want to finish it today. I don't know, I'm just not in love with this story, to be honest. I think I just don't really care about, like, boats. But, like, there's nothing that I hate about it. But there's also nothing that, like, I'm really, like, loving either. So, like, it's enjoyable, but it's nothing mind-blowing. I can't really judge yet because Robin Hobb's endings can be, like, really, like, just insane. So, because I actually originally gave Assassin's Apprentice 3.5 when I finished it. And only recently I actually was like, okay, I have to give it a 4, which, like, even thinking back, I'm like, okay, it's actually probably higher than a 4, but I'm leaving it at a 4 for now. I'll reread it and probably give it a 5 at some point. So I'm like, oh, maybe I'm just, like, thinking that right now, but, like, once I see it all come together throughout this trilogy, I'm going to be like, oh, that was so brilliantly made. Hello everyone, so it is Thursday. I just filmed my September wrap-up. I'm not sure when I'll put that up. Probably next week. So, yeah. I finished Ship of Magic last night, so I finished it before the end of the month. Yes. Ignore the huge mess that is my ceiling. So, yeah, I think I gave it a 4 out of 5 in the end. I'm very conflicted on it. I did enjoy it, but definitely not as much as the Percy trilogy, and definitely had, like, it's not as though I had issues with it, I just didn't really enjoy it. I think it's because I don't like boats. I just don't care about pirates and the ocean and learning how to sail. Like, there's just not something that I'm particularly interested in, whereas, like, you know, assassins and royalty and all of that stuff that happened in the Percy trilogy, I'm there for. So I think that's why. And yeah, I wasn't extremely invested in any of the characters, so I think that's also why. But I did like
them. I just didn't love any of them. Yeah, like I definitely did not hate it or anything. I really did quite enjoy it, and I thought it was quite a quick read despite the fact it's 880 pages. And I found it very interesting, and I thought a lot of the characters were, but it's not a new favorite or anything. But I'm still excited to continue the series, but I'm going to have to lower my expectations a small bit.
It's Thursday evening, and I have read 20% of A Torch Against the Night by Sabaa. Yeah, I didn't realize I had read that much. I've just listened to the audiobook, and next thing you know, 20%. I think it's been since March since I read the first one, so it took me a while to kind of be like, wait, what happened again? But I think I remember. So, yeah, I'm enjoying it. I didn't love the first one. I thought that the characters were quite basic, to be honest. But I did like Helen. I think she was the only one who kind of had like more than like one side to her. Like I think everything was like black and white. They were either good or they were bad. Whereas I think Helen was the only one, or Helene, I'm not sure, was the only one who had like more to her. So yeah, and I still do like Helen the most, but there's not much of her so far. I'm interested in where the story is going. So yeah, and I mean, I read 20% in like an hour and a half maybe? I don't know. So it's a pretty quick read. And then I think I might start physically reading Percy Jackson. I'm not sure. I'll see. So that's all for now. Hi everyone. So it's Friday now. This week is actually going pretty quickly. And so I'm just starting my reread of The Lightning Thief. I think I mentioned that I'm doing this for a readathon. I will link the hosts down below. But I think it was it 3-ish years ago that I read them? But actually, so the first time I tried to read it, I was about 11. And I picked the book up in school, in the school library. I only read a couple of chapters in it, and then I had to return it because it was the end of the school year. And I just never picked it up again. And then about 3-ish years ago, and I'm like, these are like iconic books. I have to give them a go. And I did enjoy them. I think I gave them all around 4-ish stars, I think. I'm not sure, I honestly can't remember. But I'm excited to reread this. And so I'm using this for my TBR game, which I'll also link. I'm using this for a book club pick, and yeah, like it's only like 300 and something pages. It's like 375 pages, and also the writing in here I remember being really easy. I forgot how great all of the chapter titles are. That's one thing I love. I love chapter titles. And like not even like I love these ones because they're like actually funny, but I just like when there's chapter titles in general. And so yeah, like the very first one is I accidentally vaporized my pre-algebra teacher. Like if that's not a good chapter title, I don't know what is. I imagine everyone knows what Percy Jackson is about, but Percy Jackson follows Percy Jackson. I think, is he 12 or something at the start of this? And he one day discovers that he is a demigod, so he is the son of one of the gods, and he goes to Camp Half-Blood, and then Zeus thinks that for some reason Percy stole his lightning bolt, and then Percy has to go and like prove his innocence. So I'm gonna actually start reading it now. It's Saturday. So, yesterday I got 127 pages into Percy Jackson, and you read another 20 so far today, which isn't a lot, but we're working on it. Oh, I didn't put my earrings in. I'll go do that. So yeah, there's some bits that are like a little cringy, but like the majority of this, like I'm actually like laughing out loud. I can't. I just can't. Yeah, so on my Goodreads it says that the first time I read it I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars, and I think I would agree with that. I mean, I feel like, yeah, it's still on the way to being 4 stars, but we'll see. Yeah, they're definitely a lot of fun, and this time when I read them, I'll actually continue and I'll read The Heroes of Olympus. So, it's almost 9 o'clock, and what did I do today? I didn't do too much, but I did edit my September wrap-up, so that will be up on Thursday. And yeah, I had about 55-ish minutes of footage, and I managed to cut it down to like less than 35. I actually haven't completely finished. I have to add in my stats, but that'll only be like another minute onto it, so it'll be around 33-ish. So I cut a good like 20 minutes off because I talk way too much. But anyway, yeah, so I'm on Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. I'm on page 283, and I kind of just want to try and see if I can finish it tonight. So there's 375 pages, so it's about 90 pages left. So I might be able to finish it. Also, I've seen people and like they're getting their copies of The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, and I just want mine. But I don't think mine's even been shipped yet. I don't think. So I probably won't get it for ages. Yeah, but when I get it, I'm like dropping everything to pick that up. I'm really enjoying this. There is definitely a couple bits where I'm like, ooh, cringe, but like it is written for like children. I really enjoy this, and I'm like so absorbed in the story, and I think that really speaks to that it is a good story, that me, as someone who has no nostalgia connected to it, is able to enjoy it as an adult. I never read them when I was like, you know, an actual like in the actual age group. I mean, I read a chapter, but so I did watch the movies. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I didn't grow up reading these books, and so I don't have that nostalgia of being like, oh, my childhood. So for me to be able to pick them up and just be completely absorbed is, I think, a really great thing. It says great things about the book, and it's one of the books that has made me laugh out loud the most amount of times. Like, there's definitely some jokes that I'm like, no, that's no. But so many of the bits and just so much of this actually makes me laugh. The only thing I can think of that has made me like laugh out loud that much in recently is The Lost Book of the White by Cassandra Clare and Wesley Chu, which those characters, they always make me laugh. You like, even like books when they try to make a joke, a lot of the time I'll go, I might like smile and stuff. I don't usually like actually laugh out loud, and these, they do it. Even though I don't actually have any nostalgia, it is making me a small bit nostalgic anyway, because at one point, oh, it's way far back at this point, but it mentions that Grover can only play 2 songs on his little flute thingy, and one of them is So Yesterday by Hilary Duff, which I adored that song growing up. And like, what was the other one that I really loved? Oh, Wake Up, I think that's what it was called. Oh, those 2 songs. Yes. So yeah, so even though I don't actually have, like, I'm like, oh, I read those in my childhood, I'm just like, oh my god, Hilary Duff, yes. But I do really regret never picking them up when they were coming out, because I would have loved them even more. Like, I do enjoy them. I did grow up reading these. They would have 100% be a 5-star book. And so I do regret not doing that. I don't know, I just never read like the really popular series. Like, I didn't read Percy Jackson or the book series that shall not be named by I was a teen. I didn't read either of these, and like, those were the 2 of those series. They're like the biggest middle grade series, I think. And I never read either of them. I was more of a contemporary reader, maybe. No, there's still, I think I read some fantasy stuff, like the Stardust books. I loved those. Even those are like younger than this. Those are probably like 8. I would say 8 to like 10 maybe. Whereas these are like, I don't know, like 10-ish maybe. I don't know how age ranges work, okay? Yeah, I think I read kind of more contemporary, I guess, when I was younger. Like a lot of like kind of, I definitely read some Jacqueline Wilson and some Kathy Cassidy and a couple of others. There's definitely also some like fantasy books in there as well, but I definitely, it was more of the contemporary stuff. So maybe that's why I didn't pick these up. That's all. Hi everyone, so it's Sunday evening and I'm just here to kind of finish this up. I have a couple things to say first, obviously, because when don't I? And so I did succeed in finishing Percy Jackson yesterday. So yeah, I read about like 250 pages and I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars in the end. It's not perfect, but it's just so fun and lighthearted and quick. It's like the perfect book, I think, to like get someone out of a reading slump, I would think. You start it and you're sucked in and you just go, go, go. But yeah, the reasons that I couldn't give it a 5 stars is some of the bits are like just a little cringy and stuff, but again, it is written for a younger audience, but like I can't like not ignore those. And then I do think the pacing is like a little weird, but like it's quick all of the way through, but I think some bits are more developed than others. Really excited to continue though, but that'll be later in the month, I think. Yeah, so that was yesterday that I finished that. And then today, I haven't done much reading at all, but I watched 2 movies. I watched Hercules because Percy Jackson put me in like that kind of mood, and for some reason I was like, you know what, I have Disney Plus, I'm gonna watch Hercules. I watched Onward, which is a newish movie. I mean, it was like the start of the year, and I wanted to go see it in the cinema, but then, you know, COVID happened. Yeah, so there was a lot of like really cute moments. There was a lot of really funny moments, and I love a story with some good sibling dynamics. I love that, and that movie definitely has it. And I have only read 1 chapter of anything today, and that was Wilder Girls by Rory. It follows a group of students and I think like a couple of teachers who are basically trapped on this island, and weird things have started happening to them. Like some of them have grown scales and some of them have like lost eyes, have grown like second spines, like weird stuff. It basically follows the main character who I think kind of gets like fed up of being told that someone's gonna come and like rescue them the whole time and no one ever coming, and so she, I think, tries to figure out what's happening. So yeah, but I do know the ending is supposedly very ambiguous and a lot of people don't like it because it really doesn't clear things up for you. So I'm hoping that because I'm aware of that, it won't bother me so much. Like if it's really bad, it'll probably still bother me, but I don't need everything to be resolved. I mean that I'll be able to enjoy it. And so I'm reading this because it's the lowest rated book on my Goodreads TBR, so hopefully I enjoy it more than the general public. Is happening with my hair. I think that's all for now, and hopefully my copy of The Invisible Life of Annie Lover will arrive. It got dispatched today, so hopefully it will arrive, but I don't know what. Thank you guys so much for watching this weekly reading vlog. If you like this, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.